Okay, hello everyone and welcome back to Freedom Through Confidence. In our last video we were reviewing a video about female logic, and yeah, we're back for part 2. And part 2 is all about the evolutionary purpose of female logic. And we know just how logical and data-driven his points were in the last video, so I can't wait to see what he's got in store for us today. So let's jump into it, see what happens.
The evolutionary purpose of female logic is to achieve 2 goals. 2, all right? Before we dive into it, I want you guys right now to type in the comment section what you think those are.
Okay, let's go straight off the bat. Right, what do I think are the 2 goals? The 2 evolutionary goals. I would guess number 1 is probably making babies. And number 2, of course, is almost certainly the acquiring of an economically unviable number of shoes. It's got to be those 2, for sure. For sure it's those 2.
Goal number 1. Women are looking to create ideal conditions for the procreation and birth of children, and ideal conditions to protect those children during early years of development.
I was right. Oh god, does that make me a misogynist as well? I think it might do. But you know what, for the purposes of the video, we don't care. We got an answer right. So that's 1 for 1. Let's go ahead and make that 2 for 2 and really round out the fact that we too are a red pill guru.
You have to understand, they're looking for a man that looks physically strong, physically attractive, money, that's resources, that's protection, all right? That's security. Status means he's socially accepted by other men and women, and this shows that he's a leader. Women love leaders. Women want to be led. Women want their children to grow up to be strong leaders because that gives them a really good chance of survival as well. So that is why looks, money, status are promoted.
I don't even know how to respond to the fact that he says that basically all women want to be led. I mean, wait until he finds out about dominatrixes. Oh my goodness, has he got a fun weekend ahead of him when he figures out that? That doesn't really apply anymore. Like it's 2021. No one, at least in most of the world, like UK, US, Canada, which is probably the places where most of this viewership is coming from, like none of them are fighting for like survival on like the plains of Africa in, you know, the early, like, I don't know, like 10,000 BC. Like that's not what's happening anymore. The idea that he's putting forth this evocide claim kind of only makes sense in that context. It doesn't really make sense now. Like our material conditions have changed to the point where if literally any woman wanted, she could go and have a baby on her own, doesn't need a man. She can literally go get a sperm donor and raise the baby on her own. It can be done. It is done. Also, where are the lesbians in this?
Game is very important because game shows to women that you are socially savvy, and you show her through understanding this that you understand what she wants even when she sub-communicates. So she's able to protect her emotional investment while you understand her game and her logic, all right? And you know how to get from point A to point B with that woman without putting her emotions in a compromising situation.
Okay, so a slightly more serious point for all you guys out there that think that you do need looks and money and status and game, for whatever that is. Good news, you just don't. All you need to have is a little bit more self-awareness than this guy does, a lot more confidence than he does, because he does seem to come across as very, very insecure in these conspiracy theories, and you too can get yourself a life partner. But if you just allow yourself to fall down the rabbit hole of these kinds of conspiracy theories, then guess what? Yes, you are going to end up alone. And this is going to become a self-fulfilling prophecy for you, because in this theory, you're never quite something enough. You're never man enough, you're never alpha enough, you don't have enough money, you don't have enough looks, you don't have enough status. And there's no talk of, you know, having enough self-esteem to just kind of be okay with where you are. Self-esteem, of course, leads to confidence, and confidence is very, very attractive. So in case you don't have looks and money and status, go work on your confidence as well. And, you know, that'll get you about 90% of the way most of the time. And the rest of it, well, is luck. And that's the way that it works for literally everyone else.
Goal number two. All right, let's see if any of you guys got this right. Goal number 2 is to influence men and her environment to give her and her children support and protection.
Okay, so we only got one right. Who cares? Who cares? 50% is a pass, okay? Literally, no one, yeah. You know what? I don't care. I still got one right, and yeah, I'm clinging to that.
She can and will morph into anything or anyone in order to get whatever she needs for her and her offspring to survive.
This is the part where he's starting to lose me. She's not a transformer or a Power Ranger. She can morph into anything she needs to survive. My girl, of course, transforms into an M4 Sherman tank because reasons, I suppose.
That's a tank!
Please let me know down in the comments what your girl morphs or transforms into. I'd be very, very interested in that.
They have the ability to influence men, all right? A lot of men are led with their little head, and she is able to capitalize on your weakness as a man.
Hey, speak for yourself. I'm led by a perfectly average head, I'll have you know.
And she is able to capitalize on your weakness as a man, being that you have a higher sex drive, okay? And she's able to capitalize on this and influence the weak men.
Guys, please don't mistake women not wanting to have sex with you as being the same thing as women not having a high sex drive. You just need to meet more people.
All right? But the men that watch this channel, the men that aren't led by that, the men that are more concerned with themselves, those men won't be affected by these women, all right? Those men won't be affected by these women, which makes you the 1%, okay? If you're watching this video, you are part of the 1%. If you've even seeked out content like this, you are part of the 1% that wants to learn this.
If you sought out content like this, then it means that you're the type of person that wanted to learn this. A perfectly meaningless statement. Also, this kind of reminds me of like during the Capitol riots at the beginning of this year, where like Trump was telling all of his followers like, it's all right, you can go home, you're loved, you're super special. This has definitely got that energy to me.
And women are always seeking to influence their environment. They're always trying to get the bigger, better deal, all right? The man with more money, the man with better looks, the man with more status, all right? The man that's socially competent, that understands a lot of things. A man that has power. All of these things women seek after because women are looking to create ideal conditions for the procreation and birth of their children.
Maybe it's just because like I'm actually out in the actual world, interacting with actual people on a day-to-day basis, but it seems to me that a lot of times, you know, because it's 2021, women are perfectly capable of going after their own money and their own status now. To put it into context, both of my sisters earn a lot more money than me. I mean, maybe that's just because I'm a bit of a loser who thinks that one day I'll make it big on YouTube, but you know, swings and roundabouts.
All of these things women seek after because women are looking to create ideal conditions for the procreation and birth of their children.
What about women who can't have kids? What about women who don't want to have kids? What about trans women? What about women who are post-menopause, who can't have children anymore? Do these people stop being women? Do these people just suddenly lose their desire to be attracted to people and to want to be in relationships? Now, obviously, I don't want to dig too deep into a conspiracy theory, because once you start to kind of unravel all the strings, it's a lot less fun, but these are questions that I would love to see answered.
There's always more to be learned about the psychology of women, okay? There's always just more to be learned. I'm still learning a lot of things as life goes on, and
And there, of course, is the self-improvement trap that I've spoken about on this channel before. Basically, you're never quite good enough, so you need to come back and keep learning more and more and more and more. But basically, I do think that I'm just about finished with this video. I think I've gleaned pretty much as much information as possible. I feel like I have a much better understanding of women than ever before. You see, what I've really learned is that women clearly want a guy who believes that women should be led, that they only exist to make babies, and that they are illogical and purely emotional. There's no way that I can deconstruct a factless and baseless conspiracy theory with facts and logic. Like, it's just not something that I can do. Maybe somebody with like a lot of psychology knowledge could point out all the ways that this is like factually wrong. I'm just hoping to kind of appeal to intuition and hope that you can understand that if I can poke this many holes in this just by joking and kind of taking the piss a little bit, maybe it shouldn't be taken too seriously as an avenue for male self-improvement. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Let me know if you learned anything. Of course, don't forget to let me know what it is that your girl transforms / morphs into, because like I said, I'm generally curious for the data on that. Thank you for taking the time to watch 2 videos worth of me just making really crappy, cringy jokes. I hope you did enjoy. Even if you didn't laugh at the jokes, I hope you've been able to laugh a little bit at me. And I hope that I've been able to, at the very least, expose just a little bit how dumb the whole red pill theory is. I look forward to seeing you in future videos here on this channel. Make sure that you subscribe, leave a like, comment, share, and whatnot. But that's it for today. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. I look forward to seeing you back here on this channel very soon.